I've always been a fan of horror anthologies. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always been a fan of Twilight Zone, Night Gallery, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and feature films like Tales from the Crypt and Creepshow and Cat's Eye. And I wanted to bring the horror anthology back. So what I've done is put together this incredible team of filmmakers to put together this horror anthology of 4 short stories, all starring Robert Nolan. Robert Nolan came to my attention in the past year with my film writing and film hosting as one of the really top actors in Canada. His short films that he starred in, like Familiar and Devil Walks Among You, have been some of the best horror short films to come out of North America in the past year. And we thought, why don't we put together a horror anthology that had him in all 4 stories, but told by 4 different visionary filmmakers.
My segment's called Muse. It's a very alluring, very seductive noir tale. To quote David Cronenberg, just because you're making a horror film doesn't mean it can't be an artful film. Those are words I like to live by, and no matter the subgenre, I always like to encompass a dramatic, artful feel to what I create. In this segment, Robert Nolan plays a successful writer. He feels his work is no longer as good as it used to be, and he feels like he's hit a permanent writer's block. So he self-medicates with booze. It's a very psychological story. It's about the terror from within. But at the same time, it is a horror film, so it's got all the blood, all the gore, all the violence, every little thing that we like about horror films. It's all in there just for you.
It's definitely going to be a deranged and psychotic project because the 4 short films are in no mild sense just outright out there. And it's going to definitely fill up a void here in the Canadian cinema landscape because nothing's been done like this before. And at least not in 20 years. It's gonna be a blast.
So my segment of Tales from Hell is called The One That Got Away, and it deals with a very well-mannered, introverted, psychopathic maniac who actually falls in love for the first time with one of his would-be victims. The cool thing about this segment is that it's very atmospheric and very character-driven, which is what I truly enjoy, and it never skimps on the blood and gore. So horror movie fans out there, you're definitely in for a treat. Really looking forward to working on this segment and this project because it involves a lot of talented people whom I have either heard of through reputation or worked with. And it's definitely made by true horror fans for horror fans. So it's definitely an excellent project, and I really hope that it gets out there.
My segment in Tales from Hell follows a character named Sonny who's grown up with a massive chemical imbalance in his brain which causes severe anger issues. Our story picks up later on in his life after he's married. He's moved away to a cottage on a lake that no one else lives on, so he's alone there. He never sees another human being other than Julia. This is all fine until a bunch of kids find this lake and decide that they're going to have a raging party. You can imagine this drives Sonny insane, and after an altercation with them, these kids accidentally kill Julia, Sonny's wife. So now, with nothing to hold him back, things get a little insane.
So what we have for you now is the teaser trailer from Tales from Hell, starring Robert Nolan as the host and 4 distinct characters, which will give you a little bit of a taste of what we have in store for you.
Lust, pride, greed, vanity, despair. You name it, I've had my gluttony of it up there. I'm going to take you on a journey through my many lives.
I'm going to fix you a drink.
I'm going to take you on a journey through my many loves. I think this is going really well. And many deaths. No matter what I do, I keep coming back here. And they keep sending me back there. These are my tales from hell. Now, who wants to hear a story?